Morning, it's Janet Schwartz here from Janet's Kitchen Garden, and today we're going to talk about rosemary. The next rosemary is the globe rosemary, which is slightly lighter in color. You can see the difference in color between the ground cover, the trailing rosemary, and the globe. Now, the globe rosemary is almost at its full height, which is between 2.5 and 3 feet. Now, it will spread out. It has a more spreading growth habit, but that can be controlled with pruning. I cook a little bit with the globe rosemary, but not nearly as much. Okay, we're in the back half of the rosemary bed, and you can see I'm behind the globe rosemary that we just talked about. And now I'm going to talk about the next in line, which is the ARP rosemary. This is the ARP rosemary. It has a very silvery sage green color. It will grow to about 4 to 5 feet tall and spread at least that much. It has a more spreading habit than, say, the Spice Island. I like this one to cook with a lot. It does have a milder flavor though. The ARP and the Spice Island, like the trailing rosemary, all went in 4-inch pots. So you can see just how much it's grown in less than a year. Now, my favorite rosemary of all in the bed is the Spice Island. And you can see what a beautiful, lovely emerald green this rosemary is. And the difference between the ARP and the Spice Island is very evident, and so makes for a really nice display the larger they get. The Spice Island has a very upright growth. It's not as branching and spread out as the ARP or the globe. I love cooking with the Spice Island, and it has a very forward rosemary flavor to it. So it's important to smell and taste your rosemaries or any herb before you cook with it to realize just how bold that flavor is, because it will impart that flavor to your food. And the Spice Island is what we're going to be making our rosemary artisan bread with after we cut some and go inside. So now, when you're growing rosemary, one thing that's really important to remember that it's a Mediterranean herb. And that being said, it's used to, genetically speaking, a more arid, drier environment. So once you get your rosemary established, pull back on the watering. In Dallas here, of course, we're pretty dry throughout and hot throughout the summer. I'll end up soaking it deeply around the plant, maybe once every 10 to 14 days. You do not want to overwater your rosemary, because there's nothing that's going to kill it faster than overwatering. Okay, so after Bill and I built the surround on this bed, we filled the bed with plain old garden soil, added a little bit of compost to it, and then we put about 6 inches of wood chips on top. The wood chips keep the weeds from growing, they keep the moisture in, and they also keep the soil warmer when it's really cold. Now, what's very important is plant your plants in the dirt, not into your wood chips. Pull your wood chips back, put your plant directly into the dirt, then pull your wood chips up around the plant. So that's it. I'm going to snip some rosemary and we'll go in and make some rosemary bread. Let's go.